Okay, welcome everyone. You've reached Grandma Mo, and I was away for a little bit and just wanted to do a brief video catching up, getting all caught up to where we are today, which is Friday. I do know the result of the game that was played tonight, and the Aces are now up 2-1, and in Vegas or in Indiana, the Fever ended up winning game one. Let me see what the score of that one was. 89 to 73, shocking the Aces in taking that first game. But the second game was a whole different story. The Aces ended up beating them right here, 90 to 68 in game two. But I wanted to just briefly go over game one. Kelsey Mitchell, fantastic game for her, 34 points. Just terrific. Just terrific. She had, let's see, she shot 52% from the floor. She was 4 for 6 from three, 67%. So fantastic game for her. Boston didn't score much, but she got 11 rebounds, and so did Howard. Howard had 12 points and 11 rebounds, so great game for them. Lexi Hull, 6 points. Let's see. Brianna Turner, who's been getting more playing time in this game, she got 23 minutes. She had 6 points. Shea Petty had 4. Timpson and Bree Hall both got 2 points. And the Fever get the win over the Aces. The Aces had Asia Wilson had 16 points, 13 rebounds. Jackie Young had 19 points. She had 7 rebounds. Chelsea Gray 13 points, and Dana Evans had 14 in the loss. So, that first quarter was pretty even, and then Indiana started to pull away in the second and the third. 22 to 18 in the second and 28 to 19 in the third. And then just outscored them 20 to 18. So they ended up, just slowly adding to a lead and then held on to it. So that was great. And their biggest lead was 16 points. They only had 10 turnovers, which is that's good. The Aces had 12 turnovers. Let's see. Rebounds were pretty even. Indiana shot 50% from the floor. Aces only shot 40. 3-point percentage was pretty close. Let's see. That was pretty much it. But, it was basically just a fantastic game from Kelsey Mitchell. Indiana had 50 points in the paint to Aces 38. More fast break points. And that was pretty much it. So you have that game, and then we had game two, which the Aces kind of righted the ship, for lack of a better word, at home. That would have been really bad for them to lose 2 games at home. So in game two is a different story. The Aces went out to a lead and just outscored them every quarter. 26 to 17, then 20 to 18, 24 to 17, and then 20 to 16. The Aces had more points in the paint. Their biggest lead was 26. Bench points, they had a lot more bench points than the Fever. And then instead of getting 10 turnovers like last game, the Fever ended up with 18 turnovers. So then you had the Aces. You had Asia Wilson in this game ended up with 25 points. Nalissa Smith had 18. Jackie Young had 13. Jewel Lloyd had 10. Dana Evans had 10. Chelsea Gray had a low of 6 points, but she had 10 assists, so she was feeding her teammates. And then Lexi Hill had a good game in this game, but she had 15 points. She was 5 for 11 from 3-point land, but Howard only had 6 points and 7 rebounds. Last game she had 13 or something. And then Boston had 10 points and she still got a lot of rebounds in this game. But Kelsey Mitchell only had 13 points. She shot 4 for 14. She was only 1 for 6 from 3. So 34 points to 13. That's gonna leave a mark. Anyway, I mean, not that you expect her to go 34 points every game, but you can't. Anyway, you need the rest of the team to pick it up anyway. You can't rely on one scorer all the time, which, Asia Wilson had, 16 points the last game. Odyssey Sims, she played well. She was 58% from the floor. She had 18 points. Brianna Turner had a free throw. Shea Petty had 4 points. Ariel Powers had 1. She didn't play that much, though, 6 minutes. So, anyway, that briefly covers the second game between the Aces and the Indiana Fever. The Aces get the win 90-68. And, the game that got played tonight, it was a much closer game than this one. But the Aces get the win in Indiana. I haven't watched the game yet, so I'll review that one. But, Indiana's on the brink, and they're going to have to figure out a way to beat the Aces. It's still in Indiana, so they got to figure out a way to shoot a little better and get Kelsey Mitchell open and get her the ball, and hopefully everybody else shoots well, and try and get a win against the Aces. But, you got to limit Jackie Young and you got to limit Asia Wilson. And if you can do that and shoot well, that's how they got the win the first game. And hopefully they can do that, and we'll get a game 5 back in Vegas. So we'll see. Otherwise, the Fever, it's do or die for the Fever. And I'm sure the Aces know that, and they're going to try and put their foot down. And I don't know, we'll see. And, the Minnesota Lynx are in the same position that the Fever are. The Lynx lost again tonight. And so, this very well could be the Aces and Phoenix, which I wasn't expecting Phoenix to make it, but who knows? But who knows? Maybe Indiana can pull it out and they can upset the Aces and send it to a game 5. But that's why they play the game. Anyone can have a bad shooting night, and if you get more than one player not shooting well and the other team does, you get a win. So anyway, the games have been exciting, and I'm gonna finish this up and then watch the Fever and the Aces game that was played Friday. So anyway, glad to be back, and we'll see you next time.